Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Create Your Life series, where we help you maximize your potential and results in the area of personal development, entrepreneurship, and travel. And I'm your host, Kevin Y. Brown.
Create your life.
Crée ta propre vie.
Create your life.
创造你的生活。
Create your life.
Crea la tua vita.
Create your life.
Ontdek jouw leven.
You better create your life.
Create your life.
Create la vie.
Create your life.
Create your life.
Beautiful people, happy Sunday. This is the Create Your Life series. I'm your host, Kevin Y. Brown, and today is an amazing day. And when I say amazing, I'm doing an understatement right now. Today is a very important day for the show because it's episode number 100. So you know we're excited. You know we're happy about that. Episode 100, we've been going at it hard, and consistent for such a long time. So just super, super humbled to be here. It's episode 100. That we looking at that as an accomplishment, on this side. You know what I mean? And so we just super happy about that. But also today marks a very, very important thing as well, because today is actually a day where I literally am actualizing a childhood dream that I had. And when I say childhood dream, this is something that I dreamed of and that I wanted since I was 12 years old and that I always said that I was going to do. So, with this being in episode number 100, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been rocking with us and who has been, paying attention and a part of the family, for the last 21 months. Listening to my daily affirmation is what actually got me to reach this goal, because I hadn't realized that it was actually possible and that I could make it happen in such a short period of time and get all of the things done before the new year. So my daily affirmation has said that I was going to do these particular things, which ended up being my childhood goal or dream, that I was going to make it happen before the new year came about. And I literally looked up and was like, oh, man, I got to get this done. And that was literally over the course of this week, probably like on Tuesday. So that was huge. And, one thing, like I said, just being in the spirit of thankfulness and everything about, episode 100, having a show and being able to actualize this dream, I actually want to take the time and really just highlight something, because if you don't know, the story of Create Your Life is actually started off as a YouTube show. I'll go a little bit more into that, but also in order to get on the radio, I created a GoFundMe page to raise money to get the radio show started. And the goal was to raise $2,000 in a month, and we ended up actually raising $2,200. So I'm super thankful to everybody who donated. And I also want to highlight those people, because for me, man, one thing that anybody who knows me understands about me is that I'm always true. And, I never forget where I came from. I never forget the people who have helped out, man, and contributed to, this legacy that I'm working to create. And so that being said, man, I want you to bear with me, but I definitely want to shout out and highlight every single person who donated to that initial campaign to help us get the show started. So, I'm going to start from the top. Paul and Tamelia James, Work Hard, Train Harder, Julian Bob, Chris Alvarez, Lerone Sobrian, Tiffany Reeves, Letitia Donette, Michael Andrew, Estelle Lett, Leroy Barr, Yashika Smith, Carl Bowen, Josh Washington, Chris Bryce Bell, Shannon Taylor, Sam and Alexandra Hillard, Mike Stew, Cookie Johnson, AC, Jasmine Gooden, Andrew Johnson, Carl Bowen, Justin Chapman, Kelly Richardson, Lavelle Patton, Stacy Johnson, Donnie Gardner, Donnie Rogers, John Cottle, Dustin Jackson, Khalil Harry, Tremaine Friend, Trey Evans, Desmond Landers, Justin Manning, James Crawford, Kiana Brown, Sean Carswell, Jasu Sims, Sheikah Jones. And these were people who just jumped on board, man, because they've seen the journey and have seen the grind. I mean, some of these people I hadn't talked to since I was in third grade, and they dropped $100 on a campaign to make the dream of having a show come real. So, it's humbling. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who, number one, put their money up to help the show become what it is today, but also to everybody who just continues to support, whether or not it's listening, you coming to hang out in the studio, whatever it is. I'm just super thankful to you for that. And, like I said earlier, I talked a little bit about what the Create Your Life, how it started out, but it started out as a YouTube video series. And that video series came about because I was selected to be a speaker in Japan at the International Foster Care Conference. This is back in 2013. And for me, I was sitting sitting on a flight like, man, how can I share this with people from where I'm from? Because a lot of people don't make it out of where I'm from. And how can I share this with them so that they can actually see that it's possible for them to travel the world? And if I'm doing it, then you could definitely do it, and for other people to see how easy it is, or not easy, that is possible, and share the experiences so you can actually say, you know what, I know what to look for and what Japan looks like if I was to go there. So those videos are still up, still online, but that's how the show came about. And, I just want to show people other parts of the world and offer exposure, because exposure is one of the huge things that actually made a really big difference for me in my life. And, getting a skill set that can transcend and that, is transparent. And, to go even a step further, the idea to create my life personally started when I was a kid. And it started out of a place of hurt, of scarcity, right? I literally hated my life every single day, and I wanted to grow up and be happy. And I had 4 specific goals that I was going to reach. I was going to be a host for MTV. I wanted to have my own show. I wanted to have my own clothing company. And I wanted to get paid to be me and move far, far away and be happy every single day. But it's one aspect of that dream that I don't usually talk about enough. And it's one of the things that I said when I was 12 years old that, and what I said is that I want to have my own show and advertise and sell my own merchandise on it. I said this years and years ago, and today, Create Your Life Series family, is the day that I actually have actualized that. So if you're looking at me on live or you listen to me on the radio, I'm wearing a Create Your Life hoodie. And I'm wearing a Create Your Life hat. So we got merchandise. And I'm not saying that to you to sell you any, or you know what I mean? I'm not mad if you want to buy some merchandise, but I'm telling it to you because of this has literally been a dream for me, and I've worked so hard to get just to this day. Like literally, like I'm holding back tears. Like I literally have worked years and years and years to get to this aspect of the dream. And a lot of people, they always say, well, what's that arrow or what's that zigzag thing in your logo? Or, it's the only tattoo that I have. What is that? And the arrow, it stands for that life has its ups and downs. But if you persevere through those things, then life will definitely work itself out. And it also stands for ambition, because there were many of years and days, day in and day out, being mistreated by foster parents and, not having the best of things, starving, where I look to this particular arrow as my source of inspiration. And this is what kept me moving forward. So for me, it's everything. And today I want to really give you that backstory and go a bit further in on how I even got into clothing, or, what inspired me to even want to be doing what it is that I'm doing today. Why is it that I work holidays and I'm pretty much, willing to put it all on the line for my dreams? So I talked to a few of my people because, it's cool to hear from me, but I think that it's also good and also important for you to hear it from people who's been around the journey, who's seen this grind, because the grind is super real. Super, super real. One of the things we got to honor right now, got somebody calling in. Caller, are you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. What's up, man?
What's going on? Please tell us who you are, where you calling from.
My name is Mike Stu. I'm currently in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Vallejo, California also.
What's up? Create Your Life family. If you don't know, well, you probably don't know, but this is my god brother calling, and we've known each other. Man, Mike Stu, how far we go back?
Since
I feel like I was like 10 when I met you, bro.
90s, early 90s, I guess.
Whoa. Don't be dating us now. Man, Mike, I appreciate you calling in, bro. Did you want to chime in on, like, you know what I mean? I know you done seen the grind when I was in college, when, you know, I was staying down at, you know, at the People House where they was treating me like Antoine Fisher, like Cinderella. So, I mean, you know, you can speak on it if you want to, man.
Oh, yeah, I just want to tell you that I'm definitely proud of you, man, because I have seen the grind from, like, getting to now. The main thing is I saw how bad things were for you before and how you basically really didn't have anything, and you were determined to really, like your show says, create your own life. That when you didn't have anything, couldn't afford shoes, you and a bunch of friends started designing your own shoes, like constantly drawing shoes, and that developed into you starting to design clothes, and that went to you going to college, getting a fashion degree, starting the clothing line and everything's pretty much grown from there. And you stayed focusing on your grind to, you know, get things the way that you want them to be. And it's been a lot of hard work behind that, you know, not straying from your mission. So I definitely commend you for that.
Y'all don't know this, but here's a funny story. Like with Mike Stu, we used to stay in the same boarding house in Atlanta, and I used to literally design something and go and bust in his room at like 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, bro, you got to get up, and you got to come see this. You got to come see this. Yo, it's super dope. It's super dope. It's super dope. And then Mike would literally probably have to be to work in like 2 hours and get up and come and support me, come all the way down the hallway and look at it and be like, okay, yeah, that's dope. And then walk back to his room and go to sleep.
Yeah.
But I used to stay busted in his room playing super loud music, like everything. I'm telling you, the grind. Man.
Hey, no sleep.
No sleep. Literally, I used to literally not be sleeping. All right. Well, shoot, man. Did you want to give a shout out to anybody while you on the air?
Shout out to you, man. You know, congratulations on the 100th show. You know, being able to sell your merch on your show, that's big.
Yeah. Appreciate you, bro, man. Love you, man.
I love you too, man.
All right. Peace. Well, create your life, family. I mean, life is good. You hearing it here. You know, we got a few people calling in, man, to talk about it. You know, some people have definitely been able to witness the grind. Wow, we must be on fire right now. We got another caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. May I ask who you are and where are you calling in from?
Yes, this is Jasu Sims, and I'm calling in from Brooklyn. Originally hailing from Queens, though, but currently in Brooklyn, New York.
All right, got the natives out here. What's up, Jasu? How you doing?
What's going on?
Everything's good.
Well. How are you? You should be feeling good.
I feel amazing. Right now. Life is good. Life is real good.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So what's up, Jasu? I've known you for a long time.
Yeah, we go back, I don't know if you want us to count the years, but, you know, you CAU fan from the beginning, freshman year.
Right.
Shout out to Clark, Atlanta. Everybody from Clark, Atlanta might be tuning in.
Yes.
That's the home team.
Super home team and homecoming team.
That's right. For sure. Yeah, I just wanted to give you a call because I know that today is a very special day for you, and celebrating your 100th episode is definitely a testament to how you have shown and proven that you really do live by being consistent. And sometimes it's definitely a lot of hard work that goes into seeing the fruits of your labor, but it's also a level of discipline and consistency, and everybody doesn't have it. So I just want to recognize you and acknowledge you for always being about your work, regardless of what else may be happening on the weekend. I know sometimes it's hard to miss, day parties and different friend and family functions, but you really stay true to your vision, and you want to make sure that you really are a man of your word and be about your integrity and follow through on what you say you set out to do. So we're proud of you, for sure.
No, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. And you know, Jasu, we go all the way back to the original days of K1 in designing clothes where you was...
True.
Yo, create your life, family. Like, when I got to college, I started to do my clothing line. And Jasu used to literally sew the tags into the shirts.
That's right.
For the line. Late nights though, like super
late.
Super late. Grinding
Yeah.
though.
Trying to make it look official. You know, you can't have a clothing line out there without tags. So,
Right.
you know, you reached out. I said I could do what I could. I didn't even have my sewing machine then, so I'm stitching these tags in by hand.
Yo, you stitched, man, that was a big order of shirts that you had stitched all of those tags in too, now that I think about it.
You ain't lying, tell the truth.
Yo, it was so many tags, so many shirts. I remember that. And you was so kind and sweet, man. I really appreciate you. You've definitely always been a very consistent, beautiful, and genuine person. So I appreciate you for being you, you know, throughout these many years that I've known you. You've always been consistent and been grounded, and thank you.
You're welcome. You're most welcome. You know, we definitely are about culture for service.
Right.
And then CAU streets where we come from. But, you know, it's about teamwork. And sometimes, you know, if it doesn't put you out of your way too much, we all have different gifts and time, energy that we can use to support each other, lift each other up while we all building together. So I'm happy that I could be a part of this journey for you.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, Jasu, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for calling in. You know, please have a wonderful day.
You're most welcome. Same to you, and all the best in the new year. Keep it going.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Peace.
Bye. So create your life, fam. We are moving. We are doing this. This is life. I know I talked to you a little bit, and I want to say that, you know, tell you a little bit about the backstory. Like, how is it that I, you know, got into design? Why is it that I even care? Why is this such a big day for me? You know what I mean? So I want to take it back, man, to even talk about how I even got into clothing design. So long story short, I had, growing up in foster care and stuff like that, you know, oftentimes you're like a second-class citizen, right? And so being a second-class citizen, that means that people will buy their kids nice stuff, but they might not buy you nice stuff. Or sometimes your foster parents is just, you know, they don't got the money. And so I wanted these nice clothes. I really, really, really wanted them. And my foster parents would always say that, you know, they couldn't give them to me. And then, or they would get their clothes, their kids in nice clothes, and then I would be, you know what I mean, on a strict budget. You know, oh, we only got, you know, $30 for you to go buy you a pair of shoes, and then they get a kid like $150 or something like that. But I had higher grades and everything. So that was the situation, you know, a little bit of the situation that I was dealing with. But, you know, another thing that I peeped is that, you know, I spent enough time, too much time on restriction. And, you know, in my room, some people call it grounded, but literally watching the sun go up and the sun go down. So I understood that I didn't want to be a drug dealer or a criminal because, you know, that just wasn't my lane. And then I peeped the cycle, too, that a lot of the kids on my block or a lot of the cats on my block, you know what I mean, cats ended up getting, you know, high on their own supply. Or it was just a cycle where the cats that was teasing the crackheads and the drunks and alcoholics and stuff like that ended up becoming them. So I'm seeing all of this taking place, and I'm like, man, this ain't it. But I still want this gear. And so for me, the only thing that I could do and that I had the opportunity to do was draw. So I started to draw the clothes that I wanted. And then I ended up getting together. I had two friends, John and Tron, and these cats could draw amazingly. Like they drew so well. And so I would like link up with them. Now I couldn't draw good, so I would link up with them and kind of look at their drawings and be like, man, you know what? I want to have my stuff look like that. And so we would get together and draw, all three of us, and draw and draw and draw. And when they was like chilling or they was playing basketball, because they was also basketball players, I was weak at basketball, and I was playing baseball at the time. And just to tell you how silly I was with the basketball, I used to shoot the basketball left-handed, but I'm right-handed. Like, that's how silly I was with the game. And so because when they was good and they was doing all of that stuff, then I would go and I would draw. And then I got to the point to where I wanted my gear so bad that I would draw clothes in the morning. I would draw clothes on my lunch break, on the weekends, after school, when we would go to the Boys and Girls Club and all of that. And then I kind of started to catch up to their level of how good they were. And then, you know, I also started to catch up to their level and how good they was in basketball, because this is where I was putting my focal points. And so long story short, we kept you know what I mean, getting it together, and we kept like coming together and drawing, and then we put together our own, first we all had our own different clothing companies. I had mine was called Silent Assassin, you know, and then one of my OGs was like, look, man, you can't have a clothing line called that. And so I was like, all right, cool. You know, and then so I went through a couple of different name changes. Me and Tron had something called Whoosh 2. And, you know, then we came together and collaborated. And so then it was me, John, and Tron. So we called our clothing line KJT, right? Kevin, John, and Tron. And so we, you know, was drawing, and we was putting together portfolios and lookbooks, all sketches and stuff like that. To the point to where I got in high school, a lady wanted to recruit me to a fashion design school when I was like 16, but my foster parents wasn't even interested in hearing it. So that got shut down real quick because she was like, how are you drawing CADs by hand based off of a commercial? I seen a commercial and started to draw the way that I saw something on a commercial. And I basically was drawing like flats and CADs of clothing based off of what I seen on a commercial because, you know, this was my passion. This is what I wanted to do. And, you know, essentially that's the way in how we ended up drawing. And so hopefully, you know what I mean, hopefully Tron or John will call in today, man. I really like to hear from them cats, you know, so they can talk about the journey from their experience, you know. But even on this particular journey, man, there's been so many sacrifices that, you know what I mean, it's just plentiful. You know what I mean? Just, you know, it's just been a grind just to get to this day. You know, it's not about the clothing for me today. It's just really about that actualization that, you know what I mean, when you literally say something and you committed to it and you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it and to make it happen, then it's going to happen because you have to bend the world to your will. And I just feel like that's what today is, and that's what it symbolized for me. You know, even in college, I got kicked off the basketball team when I was in college because my coach tried to make me pick between my grades, designing in a show, and basketball. And he was like, if you don't come to practice tomorrow, then you're going to get kicked off the team. But I had to design in a show for my major. And I literally didn't go to practice because I believed in my design. You know what I mean? That this is what I always believed in. This is what I hugged tight to, you know. And I got kicked off the team. And they had a super losing record that year. You know what I mean? But it's for the dream, man. Be willing to put it all on the line. You know what I mean? On this journey, man, I've been in a situation when I was 25, man, I couldn't walk. I fell out some stairs. I couldn't walk at all. But I wasn't moving back to California. I wasn't going to go get coddled, nothing like that. I was literally sticking to the script and staying on my grind. You know, I've been homeless in New York. Sleeping on the train, sleeping outside, sleeping on people's couches, all of that stuff. Just for the dream. To get to a day like this. I remember one of my mentors, she told me, I came back from college and I was like, oh, you know what? I should get this trademarked. I'm like 18, 19 years old. She's like, you don't need a trademark for that. It's too complicated. You don't need to do that. So what did I do? I believed in this dream so much, in my arrow and in my ambition so much that I went to the library and literally went online and looked up on the United States Patent and Trademark Office, uspto.gov, and started looking at the different types of applications to file for a trademark. And I literally went to the dictionary to figure out whatever words I didn't understand. And I filed my trademark, and I got it back when I was 20. I've successfully, independently filed multiple trademarks without any type of law degree or anything like that because I believed in my dream and in my ambition. And my mentor who told me not to do that was an attorney. And when I brought it back to her and said, here's my trademark, she just said, great job. And she just applauded it, and it was good. But some people on your road to wherever you're trying to get to, man, on your road to trying to create your life and make your dreams happen, man, they're going to tell you that you can't do it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You gotta make this happen. You know, I done been misunderstood, made a lot of sacrifices just to get to this day. Turning the other cheek in a lot of situations where I could have went bad or, you know, could have handled things a lot differently. Because I know that I'm on this path, on this trajectory. And that's how you gotta create your life, family. You know, even, you know, I want to shout out somebody, you know, near and dear to me, my brother who got killed in October. You know, there was a couple situations, you know, where had he not told me not to do the things that I was going to do, then I wouldn't even be able to be here and tell you this story. You know what I mean? And, you know, I miss him. You know, so that's just real life. I worked at a clothing company that stole my whole collection. Seen it happen, seen it go into mass production and sell millions of dollars worth. You know, literally grinding day in and day out, forgetting everything else that the world even exists. Them the type of sacrifices you got to be willing to make even to get to this point. And, you know, yesterday I worked for over 12 hours with only bathroom breaks and ate a little bit. Grind, man, the dream, just to get here, just to get to this day. That's what it's about. You know, and for me, dreams are one of the few things that never have abandoned me or gave up on me, no matter what. So that's why I'm loyal and always committed to them. I love them. They my everything. And so I'm happy to be able to sit here today and just tell you, man, you know what? I said that I was going to be that host for MTV. I did that. I said I was going to have my own clothing company. I did that in college. I said I was going to have my own show and advertise and have my own gear on it. We doing that today. I said that I was going to move far, far away and be happy and, you know what I mean, smile every day of my life. And even when it gets hard and stuff like that, man, you know what? Sometimes I just have to look at myself and be like, bro, are you being serious right now? Because you really only, you know what I mean? You come from far worse and you really only talking about first world problems. So putting things in perspective, you know, and one of the other things is that, you know, I'm not done dreaming or achieving because your dreams evolve with you. And so if your dreams evolve with you, then you got to keep growing and keep going after what it is that you want. So Create Your Life series family, stay committed, stay on the grind, stay on the journey. This is episode 100, and we literally about to keep going, keep making it happen. And we going to, you know, get into some more of this Vallejo music, you know what I mean? Blessing y'all with some of my hometown stuff today. And then, you know, we're going to come back, have some more dialogue and conversation.
Hi, I'm Diane. I have a daughter, Nikki, and she's a senior at high school. She just got accepted for early decision into college. Prior to taking Kevin's program, we were pretty overwhelmed because her college debt after her merit scholarships looks like it's going to be about $150,000 in 4 years. Feeling pretty overwhelmed about that $150,000 potential debt, I decided to enroll in Kevin's debt-free college academy full course program. And I have to say the value for the money for what we got out of the program was absolutely amazing. Kevin takes you step by step with many, many different tips and many different strategies for not only the student, but for us as parents, for our student, things that we can do to really help save money and prepare.
If you or your child are looking to save money on college costs, sign up for Debt Free College Academy today at debtfreecollegeacademy.com using coupon code FREECOLLEGE. Beautiful people, this is the Create Your Life series. I'm your host, Kevin Y. Brown. We got a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? May I ask who I'm talking to and where you calling from?
This is Brandon Alexander, a.k.a. Coop, calling out of Houston, Texas right now.
Yee, Coop, what's up, boy?
What's going on, man? What's up? Better call in on 100 episode, man. You're doing big things, monumental moves. I had to congratulate you.
Man, appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Matter of fact, Coop, we go all the way back to, high school football, huh?
Long time, many moons, many years.
Many moons. Hey, yeah, man. Shoot, I mean, if you want to speak on the grind, man, I know you know what I mean? You done seen it firsthand. We was out in Texas, out in the Bay, everywhere. You done came to New York, did it moving with me, Atlanta. Talk about it, man.
It was real good in the grind, man. I saw it, especially when I went to Atlanta, when I came out there during spring break out there. I was on spring break, came out there with you, and saw you going through classes. I think you was doing a double major. I think you was doing the clothing line. I think you had the K1 apparel. That was in the stores on campus when I saw that. That was big. That inspired me to help keep moving and everything. So I saw you many nights, up late night, 2, 3 in the morning, using the stopwatch thing, keeping it going. No sleep.
Yeah, nah, for real, man. You know what's funny, bro? I forgot my clothing line was in the stores on campus. I know I was designing for all them shows, but I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. I first saw it when I came out there. It inspired me to keep going.
Yeah. Nah, I appreciate you, bro. You inspire me too, man. It's all love. All love.
Yeah, for real. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, nah, most def, man. Anybody you want to shout out while you on the radio?
I want to shout out Kev Brown, man. Create Your Life series. All y'all tuning in, stay tuned in.
I appreciate it, bro. Keep it lit.
All right, man. It'll be good, brother. Hit me when you're done.
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right.
All right. Yeah, Create Your Life family, man. They pouring in, man. If you on, shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. Shout out to everybody on IG Live. You know, living life, making it happen. You know, just super appreciative of you. You know, for being a part of this journey, man. You know what else? I mean, it's an accomplishment today, but it's also, you know what I mean. I'm looking at things from a perspective of thankfulness. You know, to be 100% honest with you. I'm even thankful for just being here in New York, because since I was 9 months old, I always moved around. Right, I went into foster care when I was 9 months old, and I lived in 9 different places before I was 5. And where I live at right now, has been the how do I even say this? I've lived in the place that I've lived in right now longer than any other place that I've lived in my entire life. My landlord is like a mother to me, and I've seen her more consistently on a daily basis than any other person in my life. And we are not related, but you couldn't tell that we wasn't related, but you know what I'm saying? So that experience in itself, to be able to have a place to actually call home, is super humbling and something that I'm super thankful for. And it's actually the reason why I'm able to even be the man that I am today and do the Create Your Life series, is because I have a place to actually call home. I don't have to look over my shoulder or worry if I'm going to get kicked out and all of these other things. So I just want to say, you know, thank you for that, and that I'm just super humbled. Moving forward, well, beautiful people, I also want to give, you know, some more thank yous out to some people who've helped me, you know, along my journey. I definitely want to shout out all of the moms who used to drive me home in high school during from basketball practice and stuff like that, because my foster parents wouldn't come and pick me up. Want to shout out Miss Wilson, Mr. Graham, Mary Jackson, you know, Raphael Moffitt, Jasu, who you heard from, Mike Stu, who you heard from, Godmom E, my godparents, the Persons, Jason Richardson, Beverly Ferguson Barrett, Fred Mitchell, Marie Brown, Alicia Nash, Jody K, Jamila Tucker, Twan Nolly, Miss Beatty, who's my teacher at Clark Atlanta University, and just everybody. I know I can't name everybody all at once, but everybody on this journey, because I think what also is important to highlight is that I didn't get here by myself. You know, like this has been a team effort and a community effort, and so I'm thankful to all of the real friends that I have who have helped me to become who I am today, and I'm just humbled. But we got a very special person on the line right now. Somebody who, like what I was telling you that story earlier about that grind, about starting out drawing and stuff like that. We got one of the originals on here with me, man. Tron Vaughn, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing fine, and Happy New Year's Eve.
Appreciate you, man. Happy New Year's Eve to you too.
And it's a good little Sunday out here, and ready to talk to you.
Life. Nah, I appreciate you, bro, taking the time to call in, man. Man, talk about it a little bit, because I'm telling you know everything from my perspective, but I remember back in the day when we first started drawing, you and John had the skills, you know what I'm saying, and I was just trying to get like y'all, you know what I'm saying, with the grind.
Yeah, that was one of the first hobbies that God blessed us with, a tool to use while getting away from all the negativity that was around us in our neighborhood. And first off, thank God for the Boys Club being there for us to have something to do and teach us life goals and teach us how to become a young man and walk into it. You know, many days just sitting up in there just drawing, and little did we know that we was onto something and coming up with the first ideas I remember we had Silent Assassin.
Right.
How and, we learned from that at an early age that okay, you got to market it correctively if you're gonna if you want your brand to expand and for it to reach everyone. And Silent Assassin, of course, was just young men. Just having fun with an idea, and then to knowing that, okay, if I wanted to pertain to everything, then I have to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I remember Shaman telling us that name wasn't going to work, that it was negative or it incited violence.
Right.
Hey,
and it totally did, because we had the rabbit with a shotgun.
Oh, we did have the rabbit with the shotgun for the logo. I forgot about that. Did you you remember when we had our own theme song though? For me, KJT?
Yes.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah.
Bro, that's funny. You remember how the song go?
I just remember saying KJT. KJT. Yeah.
Bro, so we had that one, but then we had the one that was based off that Snoop Dogg song where he was like, KJT. Top dollar with the gold fleet.
See, now you took me back because I almost forgot about saying it like that.
Yeah.
But you're right. We did. That song slapped back then, too, because that's when Snoop was with No Limit.
Yep. So we had that, bro. It was a grind, bro. And we just used to draw all the time. You remember we sitting, so Create Your Life Family, I know I'm having like this intimate convo with Tron, but we used to literally meet up on the weekends at it was a junior high at that time, but now it's a middle school. So we used to meet up there, and then we used to literally, meet up there and then just draw outside because the club wasn't open on the weekends. So that's what we used to do because we was just committed to the dream and committed to the goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was exciting just to put your ideas out on paper. And as far as the shoe, how it amazed us because it really, you could tell that if it really came out, those shoes would have came out even at that time. To this day, those shoes would be worn by, every age bracket because it's shoes.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think one of the other important things, I guess one of the parts of the story that I left out is Create Your Life Family. We actually started out drawing shoes first because like you remember how my foster parents used to treat me, bro. Like they wasn't fit to buy me nothing.
Right, definitely. And like I'm saying, for the boys club to be an outlet, and not only the boys club, but when we got away and just hanging out with each other, that we lost ourselves into those creations, and then then we slowly came into making the shirts and pants, and but the shoes was the start because once. Shoes is everything. Like if you can have some nice pair of shoes, the outfit can pretty much be simple as long as your shoe game is on point.
Nah, you definitely right about that, and that was the thing. Is I just wanted the shoes at first, and then the shoes because we used to look at East Bay magazine all the time, and so we started drawing clothes because it was like, yo, every pair of Nike shoes that come out, you feel me? It's gonna be it's a matching sweatsuit or a matching hoodie or something like that go with it. So that's what we was really on, is just trying to, realistically just, what I'm saying, duplicate what the big players was doing.
Exactly. And then the theme that used to go behind the shoes when the outfits came out because it set the tone for, okay, well, what's next? What else could you think of, and what new features can you add to the shoe and make pertaining to the sweater or jacket?
Because you remember before them Gary Paytons that came out, I was designing shoes with zippers on them, and then we had saw the shoes, the Nikes that came out with the zippers, and we was like, yo.
There's so many pairs of shoes that's out now that I look back and be like, man, between me, you, and Jonathan, he was the first person I knew, and I'm pretty sure you remember too, that he was doing the drawstring.
I do remember that.
He was doing drawstring on the shoes, and if the tennis shoes could have suede, it kind of, like he kind of made like wallaby type shoes too.
Yep, I remember that he had drew something like some wallabies way back. Ugh.
Yeah, and then I had, according to my, just how my mind used to go, it's so many pair of shoes, especially from the big brands, that like, wow, like, did they find our paperwork or something like that? Because
right.
It's really identical.
Yeah,
on a lot of scales.
Nah, most definitely, bruh. Well, shoot, Tronvon, man, I appreciate you calling in, bruh, being a part of the show, and man, just always being family, man, from the rooter to the tutor.
Well, you know how we was raised, man. It's all good, man. I love you, and of course, keep on pushing towards that big goal.
For sure, will do, bruh. All right, man, love you. Be blessed. Oh, you want to give anybody a shout out?
I'll give a shout out to Mr. Graham for having our mind already, ready when we was kids. And raising us to be responsible young men. And give a shout out to my mom, my girlfriend Keisha, and all my boys. Y'all know who y'all are because it's too many to say.
Okay, well, for sure, bro. Appreciate you, man. Love you.
All right, love you too.
All right, peace. We got another caller on the line. Caller, are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, caller. Who are you? Where you calling in from?
I'm from Valley Joe.
From Valley Joe. And who is this?
This your little bro, man, John.
John, what's up, boy? John, which John? John Persons? John?
Yeah.
Oh, what's good, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good, family, man. I'm good. You?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. Can't complain at all, man. Just super happy and humble. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man. I'm feeling it, man, because you feel me? I saw you come up there since you was young, man. Just to see you right now growing, doing what you doing, bro. It's just a blessing, bro.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. Like, we done known each other since I was like 5, so you was like 4.
Yeah.
So.
Coming first.
Cause doing so much sick stuff.
That's why
Huh?
I was just saying to my pops, man, that you just doing your thing, bro. I'm just proud of you, bro. I just remember you was young, but you used to just, man, bro. Everybody don't know you, bro, but I know you, bro. We went way back, bro, just to see where you used to just, man. Because where you came from to where you at now, man, bro. Because it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Nah, you right.
Bro.
You right, family. I said, nah, you right, family. And, tell your dad I said hi, man, and that I love him. You know what I mean? I definitely, many times. Is he there with you right now?
Nah, he just left.
Okay, nah, because many times, bro, like, Pops, you know what I'm saying, gave me the game and, definitely talked to me. I remember one time, I was probably like 5 when he was like, let me talk to you, young man. And I didn't even remember the story. He told it to me a little while ago. He was like, yo, can I talk to you? He was like, sit down, so I can talk to you. And I looked at him in his face and said, what did I say to him? He told me that I said this. He was like, nah, I said, I'd rather stand. And he was like, he wanted to beat me right then and there. But he was like, he's been cool. Because I was like, nah, I'd rather stand. I think I saw that in a movie. And so somebody told the dude to have a seat or to, take a seat in somebody's office. And the dude was like, I'd rather stand. So he asked me to sit down. So I was like, I'd rather stand, But nah, your dad has always been consistent, man, and loving, man, and supportive. Your mom as well, man, the whole person's family. So I'm super thankful to y'all, man, and to you, for always, and Ra and, Cell and Jazz and everybody, man, for always being, true family, you know what I mean, and never judging me because of my circumstances, man, and always supporting. So I love you, bro.
For sure. Love you too, bro. Cuz you got to come out of the next year, bro. Your brother is getting married.
Oh, yeah, we in there. You already know.
Yeah, you know,
it
bro.
ain't nothing but a word.
You got to come.
I'm in the wedding, ain't I?
For sure, bro. Come on now.
It's done. I'll see there. See you doing your thing at the altar, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Love you, man.
All right, love you too, boy.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, so Create Your Life family, man. You got family, people from the V-Town that didn't seen this journey calling in, but we all got people who supporting us on our journey, and we all have people who've been watching it and making it happen. Beautiful people, Create Your Life family. This is what I want to let you know, and this is what matters. It's that hold on, we got another caller. Caller, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Raphael Moffitt.
Okay, Raphael Moffitt. Where you calling in from?
Calling in from Houston, Texas, man. You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. You got like 2 minutes on air, brother. You matter of fact, man, you seen the grind.
Yeah.
On the journey to here, man. Speak on it a little bit before we get on.
Man, I want to congratulate you on everything that you've accomplished, man. I've been blessed to be there since the beginning, man. I actually went and bought you your first set of T-shirts for, K1. So it's exciting to see the growth and to be able to talk about the grind, behind, some of the shine, man. So I've been with you since the beginning. And I actually got a picture of one of my first dollars I spent on my first K1, apparel T-shirt. So I'm super excited that you have these platforms, man, to be creative and to help people and to have your vision get out there in the world, bro. It's exciting.
No, thank you so much, Muffin. Man, I really appreciate you always supporting. Like you said, I believe you was the first person to buy the T-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You took me to go pick them up. You know what I mean? The orders and everything, and then you should let me borrow your truck in order to go get them. To go out there
a couple times.
A few times, man. So, man, I'm appreciative of you, man, and all your support, man, and you just being you. So,
always.
Thank you, to the fam, Ash and young Lil. Love them. And man, is there anybody you want to shout out while you on the radio, while you live, bro?
Yeah, I want to shout out actually everybody that's moving into 2018 with anticipation that great things are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
God is good. I think he's going to be able to bless everybody who's looking for something special. And we're looking for 2018 to be a year of growth and progression, creativity, beyond measure. So, man, just sending peace and love to everybody.
Okay. Well, appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Love you.
Okay. Love you too, man. Always.
All right. All right, so Create Your Life family, this is the last thing that I'm going to leave you with, and that is that if I can do it, then you can too. The Create Your Life series is about actualizing your dreams and getting better every single day. Even when you fall down, just get back up and keep trying. I'm looking forward to growing and building with you, and for the show actually getting better, and also hearing you call in and tell me about your triumphs, your accomplishments, and how we've helped you, and also being able to provide some coaching for you. So call in, get some answers, get your questions answered and things like that about stuff that you're going through in your life, man. I reach out to people all the time, trying to figure out how to be better and how to create my best life. So I want to tell you this, I'm your host, Kevin Y. Brown, that I'm signing off, but from one dreamer and doer, because I'm a dreamer and a doer, to another, which meaning that you are a dreamer and a doer. Create your life. Beautiful people, if you enjoyed this episode of the Create Your Life series, be sure to download it from our podcast, which is available on createyourlifeseries.com, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Google Music. Also, be sure to leave a review of the podcast. You can catch us live on Sundays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via 90.3 FM in New York, or on Facebook Live at facebook.com/KevBrown1. We encourage you to participate in the conversation on Facebook or call in at 212-650-6903. Follow us on Instagram at CYLS series and at Kevin Y. Brown. Be blessed, and we'll see you back here live next week.
Create your life. Crée ta propre vie.
Create your life.
创造你的生活。
Create your life.
Crea la tua vita.
Create your life.
Und skip your liver.
You better create your life.
Create your life.
Create la vie.
Create your life.
Create your life.